guys, Super Horror Bro Mike here, and in today's video, we are taking a look at the Archives chapter in Bendy and the Ink Machine. Now, this Archives chapter unlocks after you actually beat Bendy chapter 5, but to unlock it, you can't go to chapter select. You actually have to start a completely new game, play through chapter 1 all the way up to chapter 5 and complete it. Then go to the save screen and select that same save file, and then in your chapter select menu, you will find this mysterious chapter called the Archive, which is like called chapter question mark. You can actually select this now, guys, and go into it and have a look at all the concepts from the game throughout its development process. This is quite exciting, but let's dive in now, guys, and have a look at everything from the Bendy and the Ink Machine Archives chapter. Okay, so it says, welcome to the Archives. Bendy and the Ink Machine began when the developer cartoonist known as the Meatley experimented with bringing a sketched 2D style into a 3D world. After turning the idea into a horror game, Chapter 1 of the game was created in a little under a week with programmer and friend Mike Mood and released on February 10th in 2017. Much to their surprise, it struck a chord with global indie gamers almost overnight. The Meatley and Mike Mood decided to drop all other projects to work on Bendy and tell a most unique ink story. The entire game was completed a chapter at a time in a year and a half by a small but dedicated group of indie developers. Although the concept and story remained as originally intended, the game changed over development as characters and models were refined from their early thrown together versions. This archive is a peek behind the scenes at that process. There you go, guys. Okay, so let's explore the archives now then. Wow, look at all these different pieces of art, man. All the concept art on the walls from different characters and scenes throughout the game. There's the Alice Angel, she's quite the girl over there. And then Bendy and the Ink Machine on the ceiling. It kind of seems like a VR experience almost, the way that looks. It would be cool to see this in VR. First thing we've got is Henry Stein, guys. And you can see there's nothing there for Henry because obviously we never actually saw what Henry looks like throughout the game. So it's just an empty stand. There's Henry Stein, once an equal business partner of Joey Drew. Henry Stein was a talented animator and character designer until leaving the company around 1930. His place in Joey Drew's studio's history is somewhat undocumented, but he is often rumoured to be the true creator behind many of the studio's most memorable characters. So there we go. Not anything really new about Henry there. What is this? That is so weird. Is this the original Bendy design? Look at the mouth on that thing. Kind of looks cute but horrifying at the same time. This concept Bendy, this is the first version of Bendy ever modelled. In the earliest concepts, Bendy was much smaller and cuter, with a face that splits open to reveal a terrifying mouth. Man, can you imagine how freaky that would be, having that thing chasing you around trying to snap at you? I'm kind of glad they didn't go with that, because that would scare me. I think that scared me more than the design we ended up with, which you can kind of see on the picture up there. There's the Bendy we all know and love, of course. We remember this from the very first iteration of Chapter 1, and above it, the really creepy version, which looks surprisingly like my artwork for Bendy. I actually might show you that later in the video, guys, my version compared to that. Alpha Bendy. This is the original game use design of Ink Bendy from the earliest version of Chapter 1. It is jokingly referred to as bird poop with a smile among the development team. Oh, there you go, guys. Bird poop with a smile. It does kind of look like it, doesn't it, I suppose? Here's the classic Bendy we all know and love, the one we've had most experience with between chapters, that wasn't used in the final version. Beta Bendy. This was Ink Bendy's form until the release of Chapter 4. At that time, the game received a major visual upgrade, and the title character got a new model as well. A lot of people prefer this older model, guys, but I kind of like the new one better. But it was kind of sad to see it going away. Of course, this was accidentally included in the Chapter 5 reveal trailer, but since taken out. There's artwork from the giant creature living under the ink. I'm not sure if that's meant to be Bendy. I think it might have been a version of Bendy living under the ink. And here's the classic. Well, not the classic, the new version of Bendy that we've seen used in the final version of the game. Very creepy. Ink Bendy as we know him today. Although similar to Beta Bendy, this upgraded version was remodeled and enhanced with a higher polygon count and given new ink effects. Okay, now this is the Beast Bendy, and this looks surprisingly like, as I was saying, my version of Bendy, but I actually put up on Twitter and immediately retweeted. I don't know if it inspired by that design in some way? I'd like to think so, but otherwise it's just a surprising coincidence. So this is Beast Bendy. Ink Bendy's horrific final form in Chapter 5 pulls away the cartoon facade and reveals the demon within. There we go. So that is Beast Bendy. Very creepy looking, very strange. Kind of looks like Alien from the movie Aliens, doesn't it, a little bit, I think. But definitely not friendly looking, that's for sure. So we've got concept art now here, guys, for one of the Pipers. And then a beta searcher. Early in development, with just a few weeks to create Chapter 2, the beta searchers were designed in record time before being fully retooled later on. They were the first fighting enemies encountered in the game. There you go, you can see it there, guys. It's just kind of like a blob now, but that's the original searcher we will have to fight. And this is the much better looking sort of remodeled version, which animates obviously a lot more sort of cartoonishly as well. And it's far more, I suppose, creepy and ghoulish. The final searchers were far more robust in appearance. They were smoother, with better ink effects and a more human appearance. Yeah, you can definitely see that there. There's a striker artwork there. And here's the original Sammy. You can see his legs are just literally stumps, guys. He doesn't have any kind of detail in his body. Far less detail from the final version. Beta Sammy, with his first appearance in Chapter 2, fan favourite Sammy Lawrence became a terrifyingly entertaining character. When his slim build was deemed not threatening enough, he was redesigned and given a better skeletal rig for more advanced animation. And there you go, you can see them side by side there. The original on the left and the retooled version on the right. You can see he actually has legs now and he has feet.